Hi, this is Melissa Barszewski for Colorado Christian University, Strategies in Healthcare and Finance. This is my Session 5 discussion response. There are a lot of differences between a privately held company and a public company. We learned this week that privately held companies do not have their ownership or stock publicly traded. I found it interesting that these are the stocks that are traded on the NASDAQ. I guess I never knew that before. In contrast, publicly traded companies have shares of their ownership or stock bought and sold through market demand on the American Stock Exchange or the New York Stock Exchange. Another interesting note in our text is that the New York Stock Exchange could possibly be acquired by the Intercontinental Exchange or ICE. I'll have to keep that in mind. The Securities Exchange Commission, or SEC, is the government agency responsible for regulating trade of stocks. This helps to ensure the integrity of the exchange between parties. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are his delight. This scripture is from Proverbs 12:22. I see the SEC as a sort of police unit for business transactions. SEC agents investigate and can even arrest individuals who defraud investors. You can review some of the recent charges on their web page. The Bureau of Economic Analysis also caught my eye this week. It is a sub-agency under the Securities and Exchange Commission that is responsible for the price index of gross domestic product purchases, and they release this data quarterly. When considering going into debt with loans, it's important to calculate all costs, including origination fees, inspections, taxes, or other costs associated with the funding. Management should also consider the long-term costs of the loan in regard to the interest fees over the life of the loan and depreciation of the goods over time. Decisions regarding capital expenditure are important because they represent such a large portion of the expense budget. Institutions need to ensure that they have the revenue and the longevity to support the total costs of the loan. Capital expenditures are very necessary. It could be land for expansion, it could be important equipment, it could be facility repairs. But there will be a time when it's necessary, and one must be able to evaluate all options to achieve the best decision. As a healthcare financial manager, one would need to consider the cost of capital, the return on investment potential, the fit within the organization's vision and goals, the additional costs over the life of the loan, and the impact to the cash flow of the institution. The financial manager would want to support making the organization prepared for the future with equipment and efficiencies to support the operation, and yet the incorrect decision could cost so much. It's very complicated. Whenever I encounter complicated situations, in addition to relying on counterparts, department heads, analytical reports, I always revert to this confirmation verse of my own, which is from Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. I hope this brings you some comfort as well. Blessings to each of you on your journey ahead. It's been a pleasure getting to know you deeper. Thanks for listening.